At the 2023 G20 summit that is underway in New Delhi city of India, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi surprised the world by announcing the admittance of the African Union as a permanent member of this economic bloc that's comprised of the top 20 biggest economies in the world. In his explanation for that move, Narendra Modi said that, having the African Union as a permanent member of the G20 will help revolutionize the bloc and make it much more inclusive. That, the inclusion will help see into it, that the interests of the global south are not overlooked by the big economies, and this will be part of the steps towards tackling the current inequalities in the world. Immediately after admitting the African Union into the G20, Modi called on the African Union chairman, that is the Comoros President Azali Assoumani, to take a seat as a member of the G20's cabinet, as seen here. It is in the support of everyone that India had proposed that the African Union be given a permanent membership at the G20. I also feel that we all agree on this proposal. With the consent of all of you, before proceeding further, I invite the President of the African Union to take his place as member of the cabinet.
Excellency,
So it's in the aftermath of these developments that we have brought to you some of Africa's aspects, statistics and characteristics that make it a worthy, or rather rightful G20 permanent member. Our first consideration is population. Based on United Nations estimates, the current population of Africa, as of September 2023, is 1.467 billion people. And therefore, if it were a country of its own, it would be the most populous country in the world, even ahead of India, whose population is 1.428 billion people. This value means that Africa's population is equivalent to 17.89% of the total world population, of which 44.7%, or rather 652 million people, live in urban areas. The continent's median age is 18.8 years, and the population is expected to have reached 1.7 billion people by the year 2030. And 2.5 billion people by the year 2050. Our second consideration is the gross domestic product. According to World Bank statistics, the African Union, which is mainly comprised of low-income economies, has a combined GDP of $2.9 trillion as of 2023. This value means that Africa's GDP is only equivalent to 2.91% of the world's total GDP, making it even lower than that of India, whose value is at $3.385 trillion. If it were a country of its own, the African Union's GDP would be ranking at position 7 globally, behind GDPs of the United States, China, Japan, Germany, India and the United Kingdom. Do you feel that the inclusion of the African Union into the G20 will be of any benefit to African countries? Leave your thoughts on this in the comments below and don't forget to subscribe before leaving.